one album you just had right now, I paid for you to have a number one album. You didn't, you know what I'm saying, honestly earn a number one album over the weekend, my boy. I paid for that shit. I never said that to him. I never told him that. You know, cause we just got the plug on that. Like, you never earned a number one album. I spent 50 extra grand buying motherfucking streams, $50,000 buying streams for you. For you to be weak. Right. And cash know the same.
A wise rapper once said, how many faking they streams, getting they plays from machines? I can tell through the smoke and mirrors niggas ain't as real as they seem. I never say anything. Everybody got their thing. Some make millions. Others make memes. That was Young Thug telling us some more information. Well, this is a phone call that is recorded. Again, if you're famous, a celebrity, and you're talking to someone on the phone, all of those conversations are recorded. For the people asking, how do these conversations keep getting leaked? If you're somebody that has access to government information, for one, like CEOs, for instance, can be selling these phone calls and phone records. Or there's people who have access to these things. If they request it, you got to fill out a form to get access to this information, and they record these things, and it gets released to the public. This isn't some grand conspiracy. This happens all the time. They tell you that the conversations are recorded. Before I say the next thing, make sure you join the Discord in my bio. We about to hit 100 people in there, man. We talk about sports. We talk about music. If there's ever a topic you want me to speak about and I haven't spoken about it yet, instead of you getting all angry in my comments with pictures, why are you talking about this and not? Shut up. Join the Discord. Hit me up like, yo, bro, can you talk about this topic? Boom. That's how we're going to work. That's how we're going to keep things moving. Back to regularly scheduled program. So here, Young Thug is talking about Gunna's DS Forever, which sold 150,300 equivalent album units, and beat out The Weeknd Dawn FM, which sold 148,000 album equivalent units in its first week. And Gunna beat The Weeknd, and I was shocked because we think about Gunna, we think about The Weeknd. There's really no question as to who's the bigger artist. Dawn FM didn't have a big promo campaign and whatnot, but I was still shocked that Gunna beat him out, in which he did. And now we see that Young Thug is like, yeah, I bought those streams, because him beating out The Weeknd is a big look. You feel me? Like, so for me, it's an investment, essentially. That's not what he said. That's what I think his thinking was. But he was on the phone telling somebody at this point he's frustrated with Gunna. He's talking about how Gunna was talking to other labels behind his back when his contract with YSL was about to be up, and people was coming to him telling him that Gunna was talking to them and whatnot, and he was doing all this. In this case, he was talking about Cash XO. Say, yo, Gunna came to me. He wants to get signed to XO, this, that, and the third. And he was like, Cash know the same dude that I paid for those streams. Like, Cash know that plug. So he knows that Gunna's sales not even real. Like, you think Gunna was beating out The Weeknd? No, I paid for that. Like, basically, I made you, bro. Why you going behind my back trying to talk to these other labels and whatnot? People pay for streams you feel me? This isn't a secret. Now there's questions about who's paying for streams, this, that, and the third, who has who wiped down organically, who's the bigger artist organically, and all. We know there's lawsuits going on and all this kind of stuff. You feel me? I feel like I actually do have deeper feelings about this. I probably wanted to get off in this video, but I get it off in another video because I was just talking to my mans about this, about people who sell like physical albums. Because I know some people get frustrated at that, like when people sell physical albums. But you getting fans to buy physical albums means much more than these streams. Because the way the streams are manipulated and the way artists barely even make money off of streams is crazy, bro. This is why first week sales talk is so frustrating to me. It's pointless. Like, you guys don't understand how pointless and idiotic y'all sound arguing about first week sales. Let me know how you feel about this in the comments, though. Till next time, I'm out of here. You shit me.
Young Thug botting streams for Gunna and himself. Those are the allegations. Now, there's been a lot of Twitter talk about Young Thug, Gunna, Lil Baby's label manager, just so much fucking shit. I could spend 30 minutes updating you guys, but this is the big news right now. Young Thug finds out that business is at risk of not debuting at #1 and tells his team to contact their fake stream plugs. This is a leaked phone call. He said, you still got that plug, right? That shit we did with Gunna and them. Now, regarding that situation, Young Thug says he allegedly spent over $50,000 on fake streams just for DS4 Forever. I mean, this is actually insane. The whole reason why they wanted it to debut at number 1 over the weekend's Dawn FM. These are, again, from leaked phone calls of Young Thug. What it said, the number 1 album you just had right now, I paid for you to have that number 1 album. You didn't honestly earn a number 1 album over the weekend. Oh my fucking God. This is unreal. There's so much more, just talks about, you know, so much shit. But this is the big stuff right here. What are your guys' thoughts?
Young Thug has just exposed the entire music industry for botting and faking their streams, including artists like Kendrick Lamar and Gunna.
You know, man, honestly, I don't want to have over the weekend, but I paid for that shit. I never said that, so I never told him that. You know, God just got, we just got a plug on it. Like, you never earned that I want to have. I spent big extra grand buying off the stream, $50,000 buying stream suite.
As you guys just saw a few moments ago, we have just received groundbreaking news that is going to shake up the music industry forever, with Young Thug just confirming that he has at one point in his career spent over $50,000 on Gunna to get fake streams for his album DS4 Forever, which made him debut at number 1 over the weekend's album at the time, Dawn FM. Now, with this information coming out, it definitely shakes up a lot of things in the music industry, such as Gunna's integrity as an artist, and was he always as big as what we thought he is, if Young Thug is confirming that he was botting streams for him. And it also puts into question the current lawsuit that Drake and Kendrick Lamar have going on right now. When it comes to Drake and Kendrick Lamar specifically, we do know that one of the main things that Drake is going after Kendrick Lamar of is having UMG bot streams to the song Not Like Us. But if Young Thug is now confirming that that is a thing and fake streams exist, and he did the same thing for Gunna, maybe Drake wasn't lying all this time about Kendrick Lamar. Let's know, what do you guys think about my entire situation? We have just gotten breaking news from Young Thug that he spent over $50,000 on fake streams for Gunna, leaving a lot of people in the music industry to get questioned. Are you guys on Young Thug's side and think that he's telling the truth? Or do you guys think that this is just a load of BS and this is going to go nowhere? Let me know.
I'm not a blogger, I have a degree in journalism. Young Thug, you better shut up before your ass go back to jail. And who in his team is letting him tweet anyway? Why are you letting him tweet this shit? And whoever he talking to is on his motherfucking ass, because they going off. He say, well, bitch, I lied to the feds for real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you going to have to go through what me and Gunna went through, and we waiting on that gospel album Twin, knowing that shit going to be trash. Then Young Thug replied, see, the difference between me and most bitches is one of your friends says you didn't lie. You actually told on real people. You said that somebody actually did something that they was arrested for. I made an honest mistake, saying that we sold Lil Wayne weed to prove to the detectives that we wasn't beefing with him. See the difference? Now, let's not forget, you told Fanny you would take the stand on me and Lucci in our case to get out of jail. Now, check that, bitch. See, he said something like that. But why y'all letting him tweet?
Justice for the weekend. Please, Billboard, fix this travesty. Young Thug, who's been going on a rampage all week, just won't shut up about Gunna, said that he allegedly spent $50,000 and bought streams for Gunna's DS Forever to debut at number 1 over the weekend's Dawn FM. And I remember this time, it was like insane, because The Weeknd is legit a top 3 or 4 biggest artist in the world at worst, top 1 on his best days. And he got outsold by Gunna. It was just very weird. And Gunna selling over $150K for a solo album didn't make much sense outside of the Push and P stuff. But Young Thug said, the number 1 album you just had right now, I paid for you to have a number 1 album. You didn't earn a number 1 album over the weekend. Now, if this is true, this is really, really bad. This is a horrible look all around. First of all, for rap music, as a whole, that, you know, you have rappers paying for other rappers to get a number 1 album. I feel like pop is the genre that, like, people know they, like, chart chase. Rap hasn't been that way in a while. There are some rappers who do it. Travis Scott, the big example. But, like, Drake and Kanye and Future, your, like, big top dogs, aren't, like, chasing sales nonstop. So it's a bad look when some of your biggest rappers are paying for other rappers to get streams for number 1 album. But also, this is the only Weeknd album to not go number 1 since his, like, first 2 albums. This is his only album since 2000, I believe, 13 to not go number 1. And it's travesty. People are going to look back at history and this album didn't go number 1, even though it has over twice as many streams as DS Forever. Just a travesty. We need the investigation. We need Billboard to rightfully crown this is false. But also, how are people able to buy $50,000 worth of streams and Billboard can't catch that? How could Spotify not see when there's a giant jump in streams randomly? Doesn't make sense. I hate it all around. And my poor Abel, how could this happen to him?
Young Thug, you need to find God. You need to be thanking God. Talking about if you a rapper and you a rat, you just gotta go gospel twin. I don't care about who ratting and who not ratting, who tough and who ain't. I don't care about none of that, bro. You feel me? It's the fact that go spend time with your kids. Enjoy your family. You know what I'm saying? Go gain your relationship with God. But look what you doing. You trying to stay relevant. You feel me? If you a rapper and you a rat, you just gotta go gospel twin. The crazy thing is ain't nobody listening to y'all no more, bro. I know y'all sales is declining. I know them views is declining. You know what I'm saying? That bag is not coming in how it used to. Because a lot of people waking up, and we gonna continue to wake people up until ain't nobody listening to y'all, bro. If y'all wanna continue to promote what y'all promoting, y'all gonna promote it. And y'all gonna be listening to your own music, because ain't nobody gonna be tuning in. So, hey, you might wanna pray to God. Because, hey, another thing, us who are spreading the gospel, you know what I'm saying, the true gospel, really stepping for the Lord, not the people that's trying to use God for money and fame, but the ones who are really spreading the good news in the gospel, we harder than y'all.
You think we're gonna beat the boy?
Yo, my man, I'm not going to sleep until we beat him. So whatever happens,
I'll tell you. Yeah.
whatever happens. So
Yeah, beat the boy.
okay,
Beat the boy. Then tell the boy you can't beat me. Join me.
that's iconic.
Get on this song, young boy. Everything
You know what I mean?
Man.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's try to beat that nigga. You still got that plug, right? That shit what we did with none of them. You still got that plug?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Hey, y'all wanted to have the conversation about fake streams, right? This is Young Thug on a J.Cole talking about his album he released while he was incarcerated, Business is Business. And how when he released that album, Morgan Wallen was still dominating the charts. That's what his manager was telling him. Like, yo, it's looking like it's going to be tough for us to go number one because Morgan Wallen is doing 100,000 every week. I told y'all, Morgan Wallen is him, man. If you could sit here and say you don't know who Morgan Wallen is, but he's country music's Taylor Swift right now. He did the same thing this year. His album went number one like 8 different weeks total or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he's him right now, crazy stadium tour, doing big numbers, gang. But yeah, Young Thug's Business is Business. If you haven't yet, make sure you go join the Discord that's linked in my bio, gang. We talk about music, sports, everything in between. If there's ever a topic you want me to talk about and I have not spoken about it, hit me up on Discord instead of hopping in my comment section angry. You feel me? But Young Thug's Business is Business ended up debuting at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, selling 89,000 album equivalent units. It was number 2 to none other than Morgan Wallen's One Thing at a Time. Even though Thug told him, like, yo, do we still got that plug, the one we used for Gunna, the one we bought the streams, this, that, and the third? Can we use that? And his manager was like, yeah, you feel me? Didn't work. Did not work, gang. You feel me? Your peoples that y'all be putting on these pedestals and y'all want to brag about first week's numbers and all this, like, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Y'all want to cry about this. And they buying their streams. And everybody be like, oh, not my artist. Could be. We'll never know. Or we will through a recorded phone conversation where people are telling all of their business. Still don't understand that part, gang. But like I said, make sure you join the Discord. Till next time, I'm out of here. You shit me.